Brexit is at the heart of an era-defining debate, with passions high on both sides, and gambles made by former Prime Minister David Cameron have gone on to shape the political world we see today, not least his strategy with Donald Tusk. Prime Minister Boris Johnson got Brexit done on January 31st, bringing an end to years of political stalemate. Now, as the UK finds itself in transition, David Frost's team is at odds with Michel Barnier's, while both parties thresh out a workable deal. Negotiating with Brussels has never been easy though, as David Cameron found out prior to the 2016 referendum. After 9 months of negotiating, Mr Cameron arrived in Brussels for crunch talks on February 19, 2016, hoping to come back with a deal capable of persuading the British public that staying in the EU was worthwhile. The mood was bleak as the British delegation room was brightened only by piles of Haribo. Tim Shipman recalls in his 2016 book All Out War the full story of how Brexit sank Britain's political class. The former Prime Minister made 2 big gambles before arriving for the summit, namely his bid to block Jean-Claude Juncker's appointment as Commission President and the call to support Donald Tusk's bid to be President of the European Council. The 2 of them would later be charged with solving the British problem. Speaking to Mr Shipman, a Downing Street aide claimed Mr Cameron should not have backed Mr Tusk's presidential bid. Mr Tusk was given support in an attempt to woo the Poles, who were crucial on any deal on migrant benefits. However, the aide added, "We vastly overestimated Tusk's capabilities. We got a stuttering Polish Prime Minister whose command of the English language was not great and who struggled with a job." To make matters worse for Mr Cameron, the appointment led to a general election in Poland, which Tusk's Civic Platform party lost. So the Prime Minister had a Pole in the job, but he had less traction in Poland than we did. The same aide claimed Mr Cameron's team suffered because they were seen to fail to prevent Juncker from taking the role as Commission President too. Mr Cameron had sought Angela Merkel's backing when he blocked Mr Juncker's appointment, and initially he thought he had it. However, Mr Shipman notes that Sir Ivan Rogers, then Britain's permanent representative to the EU, warned Mr Cameron that Mrs Merkel might betray him.